Today we're doing a tier list for Scarlet and Violet, every single set in the series. We're going to determine, what's the best, what's the worst, where maybe you should park some of your money if you're interested in investing in Scarlet and Violet. Let's have a look over here at, oh my goodness, it's a tier list. That's right, folks, a tier list. Now, I've done tier lists before. I've done tier lists for soda. I've done tier lists for chips. Just about everything you can imagine. That's pretty much everything, right? Today we're going to do it for Scarlet and Violet. Let's have a look. We'll start at the beginning. We'll just work our way through. So the very first set being Scarlet and Violet base. And I'm going to put that in a C. Because really, what do you have in base? You have what? You have your Gardevoirs. The value of the ETB right now is about $100. I mean, most ETBs now, I'll just be honest, most ETBs nowadays are $100. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me right now how the ETB pricing is going. I think people are trying to figure out what they should be priced at. I think the normal price is going to be $100. Because, for example, I'll give you this example. Elite Mega Evolutions. It's like $100. Some places $110. MSRP. Now I'm talking about third-party market. If you were to go online and try to buy this, we're talking about online purchases. You are not going to find, and I say third-party market, but third-party market is online. If you're going to go online and try to buy an Elite Trainer box for Mega Evolutions, you're only going to find it for $100 or more. If you go into a store, Walmart, Target, maybe GameStop, maybe Best Buy, you can find them cheaper there, but the reality is, if you shop online, that's the prices you pay for convenience and what the market has determined that they're worth. Anyways, Scarlet and Violet, I'm going with the C on this. Like I said, really just the Gardevoir base set, never that exciting. One of the reasons I think the base sets, and a lot of people don't get this, can I just rant for 1 second? A lot of people are talking about Mega Evolution's base set and saying, oh wow, I can't believe it's a base set that's so good that there's never been a base set that this is good. Well, it's not really a base set because every base set has been an introduction of all new Pokemon. Mega Evolutions is not an introduction of all new Pokemon, so of course it's performing way better. It's a bunch of classic Pokemon. It's like the best hits. So of course it's doing good. So if you guys are going to go on and on about, I can't believe that this is such a big set. That's why. But nobody says that. I think people are inflating the market a little bit, which, whatever, do that if you want. It doesn't matter because the product speaks for itself. People can say it's great and it's the best thing ever, or they can say it's terrible. But it is really good because it is a lot of classic Pokemon. Okay, I need to stop ranting so we can get through this list. Paldea Evolved. Paldea Evolved is popping off. People really like Paldea Evolved. I like Paldea Evolved. I think this is where your Scarlet and Violet Pokemon shine. You have the Elite Trainer box that has them displayed on it. I think that's really good. I'm going to put this... you have the Magikarp in this set, which is a very iconic card of the set. And if you have such an iconic card in the set, I think you're at least at an A tier. If you have a card where people are going to look back at this set in 5 years and they say, oh yeah, that card, I want that card. Paldea has one of those. And that is what generally determines the value of the particular set is the big hit. So put this for A because of the Magikarp. Obsidian Flames. I'm even tempted to put it in the D tier here. We're going to have to go D tier for Obsidian Flames. And Obsidian Flames, the best thing it did, yeah, it has a Charizard. It's not really a sought-after Charizard. The terrestrialized Charizard, I don't think it's a good look. A lot of people seem to agree that the terrestrialized Charizard is not that great. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in D. The biggest thing that Obsidian Flames did, the best thing it has going for it, is the promo Charmander in the Elite Trainer boxes. And of course, in the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box. That's the best thing about Obsidian Flames, in my opinion. So we're going to put it in the D tier. Not to no one's surprise, right? Scarlet and Violet 151 in the S tier. I don't really need to go on about Scarlet and Violet 151. It speaks for itself. Everybody knows the set. If you've been in the hobby any amount of time, everyone knows that this is very sought after. It's only going to go up in value, and it's going to go up in value very soon. And I mean dramatically in value. There may be one little reprint of this or one little restock of this, and then it's over in January. It's over. So, 151. Hopefully we get some holiday stuff for it. But I think this is going to be the last hurrah for it. And the reason I say that is because the standard rotation is hitting soon. So, 151 Charizard, all of the iconic Pokemon from the first base set. It's just where it all began. It's the reimagining of base set in the modern era. Paradox Rift. I'm not a huge fan of the futuristic Pokemon. So, I'm not really... I think you either are you're somewhere between a B and C for Paradox Rift. And when you look at the hits, it's a lot of the big Pokemon, like a lot of the, how do I say it? I don't know. I just don't like the futuristic Pokemon. I don't feel like they really connect with what Pokemon is about. It's about going out and an adventure and a journey and finding your little Pokemon, your little guys, building up your team, and then being able to face off against the big guys, which are usually like the legendaries, stuff like that. They always allude to the legendaries at the beginning of any of the Pokemon series, like, oh wow, someday you'll fight this thing, but also you have to fight the Elite Four or whatever. So we're gonna go with C on Paradox Rift. It's an okay set. It's nothing to write home about, and I honestly feel the same way. I'm just gonna grab this and put it over here. About Temporal Forces, same deal. I can understand if you have an issue with me saying that these aren't so popular. I'm basing it on my personal opinion, and the pricing of these cards it's middling. It's not great. It's not good. But there's nothing that really stands out as iconic to me from these two sets. So we're going to put them down and see. Paldean Fates, though, almost could be an S tier, but I'm going to put it in the A tier. The Bubble Mew inside of Paldean Fates, also an iconic card of the series. So, I don't know what more you really need to know. It's very similar to Paldea Evolved. Both the Paldeas here, and the scarcity of Paldean Fates seems kind of high to me. I've seen lots of Paldea Evolved. I've seen lots of Scarlet and Violet, definitely. Paradox Rift, Temporal Forces, Obsidian Flames, Twilight Masquerade. All of these sets have been included in lots of bundles or, blister packs or whatever. But Paldean Fates just doesn't really seem to show up very often. And I think that is helping the set. I think it's helping the Bubble Mew, definitely, to be a little more sought after, a little more rare. Now, Twilight Masquerade, I could almost go A for this, but I'm going to go B. I think in the future, especially when Greninja starts to get popular, which is about to happen with Mega Evolution. So if you have some Greninjas laying around, you might want to look at maybe getting those graded. I have some of the Black Star promos. I know a lot of people have promos from the Shrouded Fable era Greninja. I think the price of Greninja is about to go up on cards. So there's a little play for you, a little inside baseball for you. If you want to go pick up Greninjas, I think are fine, because the Mega Evolution Greninja, I think, could get a lot of people interested in those particular cards. But we're going to go B here. There is a very popular Greninja card inside of this. I've never said Greninja so many times in my life before in a row. Greninja. B for Twilight Masquerade. Shrouded Fable. Round Fable. That's what it looks like here. We're going to have to go in the D tier for Shrouded Fable. I have a place in my heart for Shrouded Fable, but it is not a good set. I like the look of it. I like the aesthetic. I like the purple and the green, the neon colors. But the Pokemon that they chose for it, people they don't really know. They don't really care that much for. The Okidogi, Fezandipity. Good competitive card, the Pheasantipity. But outside of that, there was, Cassiopeia was a big hit for a while. I think there's maybe a new hit in Shrouded Fable. The Ghost, they had the 3 Ghost Pokemon. I mean, a good, Halloween set. It looks like a good Halloween set to me. I'll leave it at that. I don't think people will disagree much with Shrouded Fable there being in the D tier. Stellar Crown also has a place in my heart. I think it could go between B and C. I'm going to put it. Now, hear me out. There is not a big hit like there is in Twilight Masquerade in Stellar Crown yet. I think the Bulbasaur and the Squirtle in this set that are the sibling card to the Charmander from Obsidian Flames I was talking about. The Charmander in the Obsidian Flames Elite Trainer box, go look at it. The Stellar Crown Bulbasaur and the Stellar Crown Charmander are a set, a trio, and a very good trio at that, of your original starters. So, I'm going B tier. I think it's slept on. I think the market is going to shift, and really people are going to want those starter cards in this set. I think those should be the top cards in the set. Surging Sparks has had a very turbulent, tumultuous rise and fall. At one point, I think you could have put it here when everybody wanted the Pikachu. Everybody was after that Pikachu, and it was like $1,000+. Then the market shifted. They think of it as this. They think of it as D tier now. Where do I put it? You have the Latias, very good. You have the Pikachu, also very good. Terrestrialized Pikachu, Booty Chew, a lot of people know it as. I think it could go anywhere between A or B. I think it's somewhere in between. I'm going to have to put it. I really think it could be in an A tier because of the Pikachu. The Latias also bumps it up. I'm going to put it in B for now. Prismatic Evolutions, obviously, S tier. Every evolution. I don't really need to go into Prismatic Evolutions. You see the demand for it. This is also a great chart for people who scalp, because if you look at this, this is what they want, this is what they buy, and this is all they care about. Prismatic Evolutions in 151. It's all they mess with. If you go to a GameStop or wherever, you could probably find Surging Sparks sitting on the shelf. I know you can find Twilight Masquerade, but you're never going to see these. These people just buy these out. Journey Together. I could go anywhere between a C and a D. Journey Together has the problem of being very modern. It relies heavily on the new trainers. It relies heavily on new Pokemon. So it suffers for that. It suffers because it's very based in the current time of Pokemon. It's one of, I think, the most iconic sets of this era. Like if you were to say, show me the Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet era, well, it's not 151, it's not Prismatic. It is Paldea. It's Paldean Fates. But really, Journey Together gave a lot of Pokemon the spotlight that a lot of people didn't know. Reshiram being the big card inside. I'm going to go C tier with that. I think the market could turn on Journey Together. People could come back around and say, I really liked Journey Together. It's like a cute set. It's a nice set. I like it. Destined Rivals. I'm going to have to put it. Is it as strong as 151? No. Is it as strong as Prismatic Evolutions? No. But these are both specialty sets, so it's a little different. This is a baseline set, a main line set. Destined Rivals could has just as well been a specialty set. But I think it is going to be the top set in the series. You have your Mewtwo. The big reason I think it is because when you look at the different generations, a Team Rocket set is a big deal. It doesn't happen very often. I think it's only happened 2 other times, maybe 3. So I'm going to put in the S tier. It's something people are going to remember. It's something people are going to look back on fondly. And of course, you have the Mewtwo inside. And I think the prices do reflect that. People do really like Destined Rivals. I do myself. Black and White is interesting. It's an interesting set. It's a specialty set that was kind of, it almost felt like tacked on to the end of Scarlet and Violet. They didn't really know what to do for the last set. And so they said, why not just do Black and White? I don't know. I think maybe there's a generation of people who this set is very built around. If this is your first generation of playing, oh my God, like it's everything for you, right? But generally, I don't think people love it. I don't think it's a iconic Scarlet and Violet set, really. And it's an interesting thing, too. Notice how all of these have Scarlet and Violet in red and purple, and then this is in black and white. That's interesting. It just doesn't really seem to fit well in here. And maybe some time needs to pass for it, for us to come around to it, or go back to it and say, okay, I like this set. I like black and white. But you have your Reshiram, your Zekrom, your Victini inside, the Chrome Victini, whatever it was called, monochromatic. I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I'm going to put it in B tier. It's okay. It's okay. We'll see what time tells about black and white. That is your tier list. Specialty set. Mainline. Or wait. Is Paldea mainline or I forget. I'm not going to do this because I can't remember all of their specialty or not. I think main, specialty, main, specialty. I think that's how it worked out. So just because you have a specialty set doesn't mean it's going to be a top tier contender. That's it for today. Be sure to tune in on Fridays. I do a live stream. Oh yeah, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I forgot to say that in the entire video. Oh well. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.